Morning, it's Kevtech here bringing another video on information technology. Snuggle, come here. Come up here. Come here. Today I want to talk about experience versus certifications. Which one's better, which one's not better? To give you the straight answer, I think you should have both. The reason why you should have both is because you have certifications. There are people that I know that are certified and they just memorize a book, and when it comes to when it comes down to actually doing stuff, they don't know what the hell they're doing. Just basically, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you. So experience is important, but having both is important too, because if you have certifications, you kind of have an understanding of what it is, and you kind of know what you're talking about in a way, because you got certifications, and also because it gives you a broad understanding of what you're trying to do. So you should have both. If you don't have both, then when you have experience, when you have experience, it's good to have experience. But when you actually physically do it, or actually do it, and you fix it, or you know how to fix it, you don't know what the proper jargon or what the proper wording is, or what the proper technology term is to say that you fixed it. So instead you just say I fixed it or something like that. So you should have both. Ideally you should have both. I met someone that has A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, CCNA, the Microsoft certification, about 10 certifications pretty much. And then this is a story. I went on the field with him, and then we were it's like basic stuff, like computer stuff. We went to go fix a computer, and there was a computer, and it was like a brand new computer. They were calling about it, or having complaints about it. This is for the DOE, so this is for a principal, and basically she has a computer, and the computer would turn on, would beep a couple of times, shut off again, and then restart, turn on again, beep a couple of times, shut off again, restart, and then it will keep doing that. So I spoke with him, and he looked at it, and I looked at it, and first thing he said was the computer's messed up. I said, I don't think it's messed up. So why not? No, because it's beeping. So usually when there's a beep, when there's a certain number of beeps, it means something. So when it beeps a couple of times or a few times, you have to count the number of times it beeps. And it also depends on the manual, also depends on the motherboard. So every motherboard is different. So if it's beeping a few times, some motherboards would say that the BIOS or the motherboard needs to be reset. There's usually a reset button on the BIOS. You could just, not BIOS, I mean motherboard. There's an actual button on the motherboard. You could reset that. Hold it down for 10 seconds, unplug it, hold it down for 10 seconds, and then turn it back on, and it should fix it. Another scenario would be it's beeping, and the graphics card is probably messed up, so you probably got to unseat the graphics card, take it out, put it back in, and then turn it back on, and that would fix the problem. In this scenario, it wasn't like that. In this scenario, we actually looked at it, and he thought the computer was messed up. I mean, it's not messed up. It's probably the memory. So I took the memory out. I took all the memories out. I put all the memories back in, turned it back on, and then the computer started to work. And we were in and out like that, like 10 minutes in and out. And he looked at me. He's like, "How do you know it was that problem?" And I'm like, "Because I seen this issue before. We went to another school, and we had the same issue, and then the same make, the same model, and it was the same exact problem. So we had the same issue, and that happened. So that's why it's important that you have kind of you have experience, because sometimes people that have certifications, they'll try something that's from the book versus experience. They don't have any experience, so they would just try something that's from the book, and then when you try to do it, it doesn't work. Versus someone that already knows what it is or how to fix it, and they actually fix it for you, and they know what the problem is. So this is really important. That's why you should have both. If you only have one, it's not going to work for you. You have to have both. So that's why I tell people who are going to college or going to school that you should get certifications, you should get experience, and you should try to get a little bit of both because certifications are important, but experience is important too. And experience, you get it over time, depending on what job you have. You're like a PC technician, Mac technician, desktop support, system admin, whatever. You get experience over time, and then that basically you correlate, or basically your certifications are being used in that experience. So that's why it's important that you have experience and you know what you're doing. It's not like they're gonna send a guy could be like have like 40 certifications and 0 experience, and they're gonna send that guy to do something. You have to have some kind of experience. It just doesn't work that way. If you don't know what you're doing, they're not gonna send you. You're gonna end up breaking something instead of fixing it, and you're gonna make it worse. So it's really important that you know what you're doing and you're certified. You know both, because also when you go for a job, they look at your experience. They care about certifications because it backs up what you're saying, or it basically tells them that you studied and you took the time to understand the terms and concepts. So it's important that you know both. That's what I'm saying. It's important that you know both. But also, it depends on the manager. But some people look at experience and they immediately want to grab you because you know what you're doing, and you know what you're talking about. So other people, they don't look at other people like, no, I can't hire you. Why? No, because you're not certified. You don't have any certifications. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. You don't have anything to back you up. You have experience, but you don't know. You don't have A+, Network Plus. It's just to cover themselves, because some companies, they believe in the A+, and they really believe in the Network Plus. They believe in these certifications, and they want those first over experience. So you have to know. You have to have both. That's why it's important to have both, and that's the way I look at it. So, to answer that question, you need to have both. Basically, that's basically what I'm trying to say. If you don't have both, then it's either one or the other. You might get lucky. Then, if you have certifications, they might give you a chance. Then you can build your experience over time. You might have experience, and then basically they'll probably get you the job, but they'll probably expect you to get certifications while working in that job environment. So it's really important to just have both. I would just say have both. This is basically have both. And then if you're going to school or college, you're going to a technical training school, you should have both as well. You should have experience and certifications. That's really important. Anyway, so come here. Come up. Good boy. Good boy. Hope you guys are having a great day. Sorry I've been gone for a while. I was on vacay. Some people know I was in Ireland and I was in London. As always, rate, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna make another video. I hope everyone has a good Saturday. And take care. Later. Bye.